power companies have to be monopolies. It just doesn't make sense to have 5 different sets of poles and wires crisscrossing every street. Building and maintaining all of that infrastructure is so expensive that competition would actually make everything worse, not better. Now, you could argue that in that situation, the thing that you should do is just have it be owned and run by the government, and some places do that. For example, the Tennessee Valley Authority is a publicly owned utility that provides power across several states and has done so reliably for decades.
Yeah, so that's not right. So he starts off his video essentially saying that utility companies have to be monopolies, which I think is highly debatable. But then he goes on to say that because of that, they would be better run if governments just took total control of them, and points to the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority, as an example of where that has been done well. In fact, the agency has been run into the ground. They have wasted billions of taxpayer dollars pursuing green energy policies that cannot meet the demand as it currently stands. They are already predicting that they are going to have rolling blackouts this winter, which can get people killed. And even their spokesperson has admitted that they often have to turn to the market to purchase power from other utility companies because they, quote, have a lower cost generating unit. They cannot do their basic job of delivering electricity at an affordable rate. Now, the ultimate point this guy is trying to make is that Georgia's public utility is a public-private partnership, and that our electricity rates are currently too high because Republicans govern the commission that oversees what percentage of the profits they get to keep. And he thinks that we will fix the problem we're having in Georgia by merely electing Democrats to this commission, which is infantile. Both red and blue states are currently having the same problem, and that is that we are in an energy crisis, and that is going to continue to drive up electricity prices unless something is done to fix it on the supply side. It has nothing to do with Republicans and Democrats. It has very little to do with corporate greed. It mostly has to do with the fact that our government is preventing the market from meeting the demand we currently have for more energy because we make it impossible to build things here. Our permitting process can take up to a decade just to go through reviews currently. And if we don't reform it, nobody's going to be able to meet the demand that currently exists. Your green energy renewables certainly aren't going to do it. And what's going to happen is that we're going to have more rolling blackouts, and our electricity prices are going to skyrocket. And I'm going to bet, just by the general tone of his video and the fact that he seems to lean pretty left-wing, that this guy would be opposed to getting rid of permitting or reforming it in any way, shape, or form, because he probably likes the extensive environmental reviews we make people jump through. But this is why so many people have had an issue with the climate agenda for some time, because we basically are insisting that Americans reduce their quality of life, pay higher prices for it, put themselves in danger at times even, and do all of that when at the end of the day, we're not even the world's biggest polluters. It's third world countries, and none of this will even make a dent. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who sits on Georgia's commission that oversees our public utility. It matters what Congress does when it comes to reforming our permitting system.